Hi, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you've joined us. I am thrilled to be here, and I hope you are too. I hope you're ready to do some crafting this morning on a Saturday. Let's see. I have kind of put myself in full screen here mode. I need to get out of that so I can see your comments. See if I can get to those. Please let me know when you're here. Sign in and let StreamYard know that it's okay for us to broadcast your name and face if you want me to know who you are so you don't just show up as Facebook user. I want to introduce myself. I am Kelly Pitts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lubbock, Texas since 2005. And I have a blog at createwithkelly.com. And that Kelly is Kelley. So just createwithkelly.com all run together. And you can go to Facebook and find me. When you look up, just go to Facebook and go Create with Kelly, and it should come up if you spell it the right way. And then also on YouTube, I have a Create with Kelly Pitts channel. So either way you go, I hope you'll sign in and find me and say hi when you come on. I'm thrilled that you're here watching, whether it's live on Facebook or live on YouTube or it's a replay. Happy to have any of you and would love for y'all to share. Share. I love to inspire people with my designs. And of course, Stampin' Up! Products just sell themselves. They're so awesome. Everything coordinates and matches, and the suites are great all put together, and you can mix and match items in suites. And I love to show you tips and techniques of how to do that. So this is from our Masterfully Made. We're doing a card similar to last week. It's simpler. I mean, it's not quite as simple as last week. It's a little bit of a neat fold that I got from Susan Campfield, or which she stamps at or blogs at suestampfield.com. So she's the one I got the idea from for the fold, and then I used totally different paper. Hello, Janice. So glad you're here. Thank you for joining and commenting. I love for people to comment, and y'all can talk to each other. If I can't get back to you right away, please answer each other's questions and say hello and where you're from. Would love to know that. So today we're going to learn this fold, and it is called the Flying Finch fold. And this is, like I said, I think Susan Campfield came up with it. But see, you can tell it's kind of like a bird with wings. That's where it came from. That's where the name came from. And there's another one that is a flying seagull, and it has longer wings. I'll show you that one. We're going to be doing that in my Masterfully Made class that's coming up. So you can see this one is the same fold. It's just got more wings outstretched. And that's this card. So we'll be making that on a different video. There's front, there's back. There you go. So that's one of the other cards that we'll be doing in the next month on video and in a personal class. This is the one we did last week. And then we've got this one coming up. And this uses the Courage and Faith stamp set also, in addition to the Gorgeously Made bundle. We also have this one. This is the same Gorgeously Made, Masterfully Made DSP and bundle. I think I said those reversed, but fun colors, fun bright colors, but you can make them subtle. You could do this whole thing and put vellum over it, and it would really make it subtle, but still pretty. So those are, we're doing 5 cards in the Masterfully Made class or card making experience coming up. But today, this is what we're going to do. I had a couple of announcements, and I will save those to the end so we can go ahead and get going here. And please let me know, like I said, when you jump on, would love to know who you are and where you're from and how you found me if you're new. Okay, let me find my little kit that I've got put together here. And I'm going to change this one up a little bit and make it a birthday card. We've got our, let's see, I need my little silicone mat. that I had moments ago. Let's see where I covered it up because I know it's here. I'll let y'all look at the card while I'm fumbling. Good grief. There we go. It was just buried. I knew it was here. Okay. Because we don't want to get glue everywhere. Okay, with this fold, and I don't have my little book that I have. Oh, yeah, maybe I do. Maybe. Nope, wrong book. Okay, so I'll just have to let you know. I've got 2 pieces of cardstock, and I believe they're 5.5 by 6 1/4. 5.5 by 6 1/4. Yes, they're each 5.5 by 6 1/4. And then you score parallel to the 5.5 side. You're going to score at 1 and, is that right? Which end do we start at? Yikes. I think we start at this end. 1.5, 2 3/4, and 4 7/8. That's what we do. 1.5, 2 3/4, 4. Is that 4 7/8? My ruler is just about rubbing off here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 5/8. Sorry about that. 4 5/8. Okay. So get both of those scored, and this will come out of, you can't get 2 of these out of 1 sheet of 5.5 by 8.5. I think you can. Yes. Can you? Oh my goodness. Let's look. Let's just look at a piece of paper here. Maybe you can. Yes, you can. Yeah. Because it's 5.5 that way. So you're going to get 2 of them out of a sheet. Yes, indeed you are. So I would score the sheet first. So that's 11. And you're going 5 and no, that's not right. Yes, it is. Good grief. 5.5. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I was confused about that. All right. Let's see if anybody else has jumped in. Okay, we're going to use our little bone folder from our kit. My desk is just not quite big enough to hold all the goodies that I need for this. So, okay, let's get after it. We're going to, starting at the inch and a half, that first score at 1.5 inches, we're going to fold that where it's mountain. You're going to do mountain, valley, and you would think it would be mountain again, but it's not. It's valley. Mountain, valley, valley. And I should have looked at this, and let me switcheroo this so y'all can see this bigger. Not me bigger. Here we go. All right. So, mountain, valley, valley. Okay. Now we're going to do this same way, and then I'll show you how to put them together. You can use if you don't have a bone folder, you can use letter opener, whatever to make your scores burnished. Hope y'all are having a great week. Okay, mountain, valley, valley. Okay. Then we're going to have the 1.5 inch side. I believe we put these together this way. Let's see. Is that going to be right? And then these are going to be like that on the back. So you've got them flipped that way. I think this is right, but let me put a Post-it note on here. You are going to need a Post-it note to do this. That holds your sides together. Disconnected. Hello, user from San Diego. Glad to have you. If you will go to StreamYard, if you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give permission to StreamYard to let me see your Facebook comments, I will be able to tell your name. Otherwise, we'll just go with San Diego. How about that? Where are you, Francie? Is that who that is, maybe? We'll go back and hide that real quick if everybody has seen that. There we go. Whoops. Hide. I meant to hide that. Okay. Now we're back on track. All right. We are going to look, and I always try to keep a sample here. Mountain. Well, I did two mountains, didn't I? Mountain, valley. Okay. Mountain, valley. Looks like I did that the wrong way. Hang on. Mountain. Oh, maybe I'm doing it. Oh, it's not the 1.5 inch side out. It's the other side. Hold on. Hold on. That's why I didn't glue anything down. Okay, yeah, we were supposed to start with the, well, that is the 1.5 inch, because the 1 5/8 is on the inside. That's what you fold over. Mountain, valley, mountain, valley, valley. Sorry about this. Should have practiced. Mountain. This is mountain. Valley. Valley. Mountain, valley, valley. Okay. I know this is hard to see on camera. Once I get it lined up properly. Good heavens. And I just did this the other day with a friend of mine here, Dion Green. We're going to actually make this on Sunday at our techniques class. So this one has got to go that way. Mountain, valley. Oh, so sorry, peeps. I need to start over and do this another day, I guess. Still have a, let's see if that's going to be right. We're going to post-it note it together on the back. If we haven't lost all our sticky, there it is. Now, I'm going to see if that's correct. Mountain, valley. Oh, I know what I'm doing here. Okay. Mountain, valley, valley. It's these two I'm putting together on the front. I was thinking it was on the back. Okay, peeps. Sorry about this. Let's just... Oh, good. Hi, Francie. Hello, Julie Black, watching from Ohio. Usually I'm more organized than this, but I just can't make my brain work this morning. Just got back from vacation and came back with COVID after vacation, and bronchitis. And so I guess I'm just not all back yet. But thanks for your patience. Okay, now we're gonna do this on the front. That's what we're doing. I was thinking this part was on the back. That's why I was getting it backwards. Okay, we're just going to say this is like a practice run, okay, with your post-it note. which the tip is the Post-it note needs to be sticky on the top there. There we go. This is what's going to form kind of the bird body if we're going along with the flying finch analogy from the Fun Fold. Okay, so these were both, like I said, mountain, valley, valley, but it was coming toward you and not away from you. So you can see here, we have a mountain fold on both ends, then the valley, then this is a valley too, and it's folded back toward you. So this is the piece that we're going to add the front to. Okay, so just make a little pretend one, get it the way you think you want it. Make sure the wings are folding the right way, which the outside of each one, the left side and the right side, the outside is the 1.5 inches. Okay, because this fold is a little bit wider. It's like 1 5/8 inches. So that's how you know. You start from the outside at the 1.5 inches and fold it mountain, valley, and then valley. And then those valleys you fold like that onto each other. That's how that's going to attach. Okay, so in my opinion, let's see. It is probably easier to go ahead and glue before you do that. So why don't we go ahead and do that part? And we'll glue our little sides on now that we know what we're doing for sure. We've got it folded the right way. I'm just going to kind of leave that sticky note on there for right now. And you can use Stampin' Seal or you can use liquid glue, whatever works best for you. I kind of go back and forth between them. I think if I feel like I need some wiggle room, then I usually use the liquid glue. And kind of look and see which way you think is up. Some of the paper is totally non-directional, but this one has more leaves going up. So that's what we're going to do. This goes on the outside. This is the Pretty Peacock leafy sheet from the Designer Series paper pack that's called Gorgeously Made. We're just going to do that on either side. And these, I believe, are 1¼ inch by 5 1/4. We'll check it for you real quick. Yep. Nope. Inch, and it's not quite 1¼ inch. Yeah, it almost is. I was probably just off a little bit. 1¼ inch. And again, look and see which way you think it ought to go. It's probably not a right way, wrong way on this deal, but get it close where you've got an even border all the way around. Then we're going to take this little piece. It's a shame to cover up all these flowers on this piece, but this is such a gorgeous one. This is the Lemon Lime Twist. Love that color. I love it came back. Okay, you can see the torn paper. This is something that the Stampin' Up! Artist just actually texturized cardstock and stamped on it and did different things and then tore the layers and laid them down and then photographed it. So decide which way you want the torn paper look to be. And you can see why it's easier that this isn't flat already. To get this in here, it's much easier to do it that way. So you want to glue the DSP first, to this side anyway. And I'm just using my silicone mat. I always use that when I glue, so I don't make a mess. Okay, we want this side to match that side as far as how the paper is torn. Of course, it's not going to match exactly unless you happen to get those two strips right side by side, and then it's still going to be a little different. These are very similar, so they probably are from the same piece. I don't think it matters that they're from the same piece. It just matters if you want them both going the same way to match. That's one thing. If you want them to go different ways, you can. You can have your leaves going up on one and down on the other. I just kind of like it a little more symmetrical, but it's totally up to you. All righty. Now we're going to flip this on the back, and we're going to turn it around like that. We're still keeping our little Post-it note there just so that we know we've got it right. until we get this part done. Okay. And I had these little leftover pieces since I'm having a class. This is basically, I used the entire pack of that gorgeous Masterfully made paper for the class. Oh, and I just put that on the opposite side. Both sides match, or we can make different ones on each side. What do y'all think? Since I made a mess, see on this one, here's the way I did it with the roses up. And this is on the back. So do you think I should go ahead and make both of them green? Or should I do one rose up and one green up? What do you think? What do you think? Anybody? I think I'm going to do one of each. So we're going to glue on the back side of this one. And I think my roses look better this way, so that's what I'm going with. And we're just kind of going for the center. If I had enough paper, if I weren't trying to cut 8 of all these cards out of one stack of paper, then I would probably make that fit the full width, just like I did here, or at least half of it. But these were all the scraps I had left, so I decided to go ahead and do it that way. All righty. Now, we're back to the part. This is where we had our little Post-it note on. And we're going to, let's see, I don't think it matters on the back. So we're going to go ahead. I have taken, for one of my cards, I had cut out of the Gorgeously Made dies. This is a beautiful stamp set. This is the one that goes in that suite. The Gorgeously Made is from the Masterfully Made suite, and it's Gorgeously Made. Oh, thank you, Julie. Sorry, there's a little bit of a lag, so I didn't hear you in time, but I'm glad I went with your suggestion. Thanks for watching and commenting. Okay, Gorgeously Made. These are the dies. And so I needed this for a different card, so I cut it out of this piece that was already sized to fit this card, because you're not going to see the back. It's going to be glued down. So if y'all are interested in this bundle, be sure and buy it as a bundle. I can give you the separate numbers, but you save 10% when you buy the whole bundle. So I would recommend that. We'll give you that number just in case. The Gorgeously Made bundle is on page 103 of the new catalog. And if y'all need a catalog, if you don't have one and you don't have a demonstrator, I'm happy to get you a catalog. The Gorgeously Made bundle is number 161203, and it's $50.25. Or if you wanted to buy the whole suite and get the little sequins that come with it and the gorgeous paper that I love, love, love. I'm a Brights girl, so I love all these colors. So if y'all are interested in that suite, that would be awesome. The whole suite is $70.75. So you still get the 10% off of the bundle plus actually right now I would order it separately, because this is one of the designer series papers that's on sale. So I would put the numbers in separately if you want that whole suite. And I'm going to stop and make this announcement right now while I'm thinking about it. This is all the designer series papers are currently through the end of the month. They're on sale for 15% off. And it's a heck of a deal. You can add it to your starter kit if you decide to do the join special, which we're doing right now, where you get $155 worth of product. Had to think a minute. Usually you get $125, and they've added an extra $30 for the month of June. So if you decide you're addicted to Stampin' Up, you love it, and you want to be a demonstrator, whether or not you work it as a business or you just want a discount, I'm happy to have you on my Create with Kelly crew team. We do lots of fun things. Francie's daughter is one of them that is on my team, and love having her on there, Rebecca. Okay, we've got Bright and Beautiful paper, Countryside Inn, Delightfully Eclectic, Earth and Elegance, Fresh as a Daisy, Glorious Gingham, Hello Irresistible, and that paper is only available online. It's an online exclusive. You won't find it in the catalog. We also have Inked Botanicals. So we've got 3 papers that are 6x6. The others are 12x12. Les Shops is a fun one that has like a little storefronts of craft shops and different shops that's fun to play with. And then if you struggle with masculine cards, this Let's Go Fishing would be a great one for you. And then we have Stargazing, and this Masterfully Made. As I said, it normally is $12.50 for the pack of 12 sheets that are double-sided, and you can get it for $10.62. We also have Zoo Crew. So 13 different paper packs that are 15% off. So yay! Would love for you to join me in playing with this suite and post your pics of your projects. Rebecca is great about doing that. She posts to our Create with Kelly crew all the time, and all you have to do is join the Create with Kelly crew page. Anybody can join, and then you can post your pictures and everybody can see them. Love that. Love being able to inspire other people to craft. All right, this Masterfully Made paper, if you just want the paper and aren't getting the suite right now, it's 161192. That's the number. $10.62 for 12 gorgeous sheets. Okay, commercial over. Let's get back to this. All right, we are doing the Berry Burst. We're going to mount it, and that is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I bet this is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. Golly, my ruler is just worn off. I believe it is 5 1/2. 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. So it's a 1/4 inch bigger than the Berry Burst. And I'm just going to use some liquid glue. Maybe. We shall see if it's going to cooperate. It's a little easier to get in and around all those little areas. And they don't all have to. I did kind of pull off a couple of little inside pieces that were dangling down. It doesn't matter. They're all going to be covered up, but I just didn't want them bending back on me. Okay, we're going to scoot this down. We're going to glue this to this. Leave an even border all the way around. And like I said, that one's 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. This is the Pretty Peacock is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. And sometimes you can scoot your cardstock over just a little if you've got the liquid glue. And those little pieces can be glued down. They're going to be covered up anyway, but it's probably safer to kind of glue them a little bit in case you don't want to do this flat. I went ahead and glued this flat, I believe. So we're going to do that. And you can use liquid glue or Stampin' Seal, whichever you prefer, whatever your adhesive of choice is. All right, now if you were going to do ribbon all the way around it, you would want to do the ribbon first, but I'm just doing the ribbon on the tag. So that's what we're going to do there. And I think everything else on the back we're going to stamp and then glue on the back because it goes on the individual sides of that fold. Does that make sense? So we'll be able to glue that even after we have the front on. Okay, so we're going to have that lined up, held with Post-it note until we get ready to mount this, which I think we're pretty sure. Just make sure you've got this even, where you've got an even border. I don't know if I can show y'all. I'll pick it up and show you. See if that gets a little. See, it's not exactly, I can't hold it exactly right, but you're going to have a little bit of space between where this hits and the score is. So just as long as it's even on both sides, you ought to be good to go. Okay. So we're going to, I think I'm going to put glue here on this. We'll get one side on. I'm going to go ahead and glue both sides. And I probably would do the liquid glue on this one for sure, just so it's easier to get this in place. Okay, so we have our leaves going up. We know this is the right way. We're going to fold that down and place this on top of it, lining it up. Needs to go that way a little bit more. So we've got an even this side and this side, and that's flat. Let's make sure this is all flush. So you can see where those bend back, those pieces, those flaps. And those were the flaps that are like 1 5/8 as opposed to these that are 1.5 inches. So that's how you can tell which ones go where. And there you have your little flapping wings on your bird. How cute is that? Ah, love it. That's a great fold. Thank you, SusanCampfield.com. I freaked out my camera again, evidently, with that. Okay, now we're going to put this up here, and we're going to go ahead and get our everything stamped. We've got Pretty Peacock and Berry Burst, as well as the Lemon Lime. Sorry, I have to have another sip. Whoop! I lost it. Hang on. Let me find this on my computer again. There we go. Okay, on my first card, this one, I did a thank you card. This thank you is from the Gorgeously Made set. But I thought, I think this would be a really pretty birthday card too. So this greeting is from Courage and Faith. And I used these pieces on here. You could use anything out of this set, but I think this is a really flexible set that can be used for a lot of things. And we've really needed some. I thought I've had several requests from people who are looking for scripture verses, scripture sentiments to put on cards. So these are a great way to do it. And you can frame them on either side or frame the top and bottom with the greenery or with just the dots, any way you want to do it. It's a fun set. 161500. So those work for a lot of different things. But we're going to change it up on this one. And I'm going to use a brand new set called Translucent Florals. Hang on, sorry. Hope y'all can't hear me swallow there. Whew. Okay, Translucent Florals. This is where I got the happy birthday. And we can stamp it. I just stamped that real quick to make sure it would fit on the greeting. And then I'm going to show you again. I've had some people say they missed it when I showed how to mount stamps, how I mount cling stamps. I think this is by far the easiest way to do it. So we're going to do a couple. I'm going to do the wishing you all the happiness in the world. All right. So we're going to peel off the entire thing. This is if only on the red rubber, the cling stamps. You'll peel off the part with the words on it and the backing. All come off totally. Then let's just take this out of the way here so y'all can concentrate on this. I don't know how to zoom during a video, so let's try it. I'm afraid to mess something up. So we'll just leave it. I'll just try to get it up high. Okay, then we're going to take the backing off both sides, because initially when I learned, we just did kind of half and half, but you were still kind of guessing as to where to position it. So I have found this to be much easier. Okay, so we're going to get the matching coordinating stamp here. And we see that says, wishing you all the happiness in the world. Isn't that sweet? Who wouldn't want to hear that, right? Get a card with that on it. Okay, and we know we've got the top right. We've got wishing at the top. There we go. Okay, we're going to, I'm not sure if I can do this. The camera is kind of in my way. So you just hover over the top, and you have to think about keeping this plane straight. So you don't want to go in at an angle like that. You want this to be flat, flush with the table, flat, flat, flat. And then, so you're looking top, bottom, side to side. Hopefully y'all can see. Let me see if you can see on camera where you don't have any little part of the label hanging off. So you can see that now that's mounted. Okay. And then you just peel it on, peel it off. Easy peasy. So if you want to see it one more time, I didn't mount these on purpose so that y'all could see this again. But isn't that an easy way? Whoever thought of it, I don't know. I saw it years ago. Somebody did a video, and I just thought they were just the most brilliant people ever to be able to do that. And I did not get a huge block, and should have. Let's see if I have one large enough to be able to do this. May have to do like a little catty corner thing. Do y'all say catty corner, or do you say kitty corner? Or cattywampus, or don't know where all these names come from. Okay, just in case we use this on the other side, I'm going to see if this, hopefully this block's big enough. Okay, barely. It's kind of hanging off the edge, but I think it's going to work. I would recommend a little bit bigger block than this to do this, but I don't want to leave y'all and have to go to the other room. So here we go. Okay, so you pull the whole thing off of here, taking the backing and the words off, or the leaf pattern, actually. Let's see if we can get all this out of your way. Okay. Hopefully my head's not getting in the way too much. All right, so keep it straight. Keep it on a straight plane, up and down. Make sure you have no clear edges hanging over anywhere. Slowly, slowly, just let that down. Use some pressure, make sure it attaches. And there you go. So you have it where it's mounted properly and not hanging off the edges. Isn't that lovely? Okay, I don't know what else we might need. So if we need something else, we'll mount it in a minute. And then I keep my little sheet with the waxy side against these stamps. I just kind of keep this loose in here. You can do it this way or this way. You can put them back in your case like that. That's kind of how I like to see it. I just leave them in there so I know if something's missing. Okay, there we go. And I add the dies. I have some magnetic sheets that I've ordered online. If y'all need that information, I'll be glad to share it with you. And I just stick those inside the stamp case. But I always want to have this sheet of paper in between the die and the stamp, because I don't want it cutting into my stamp. Okay. All right. I think we're good to go on that. Except I put that back up and probably didn't need to. I bet we put this on the back. Okay, we're going to stamp the wishing you all the happiness in the world. We've got these two panels. We're going to make sure those are the same size, and we'll make sure before we do any stamping that they fit on the back like they should. So we should have an even border all the way around. Yep, we do. And we're going to measure these for you. So if you're making this card, and if you purchase the class, you'll get all this, the PDF tutorials and all that with it. But 1 5/8. 1 5/8 by 5 1/4. Yes. 1 5/8 by 5 1/4. So you'll need 2 of those. And I think what we're going to do is the wishing you all the happiness in the world. we'll do that in the berry burst. And just tap, tap, tap. And I would like use some scratch paper. This is not really scratch. Let's see. I brought some grid paper out, but don't see it. We're just going to stamp on the back of here. Yep, looks good. But with a brand new stamp, you always want to stamp off with it first. And I am using an old Berry Burst pad from when we had that color the first time. And it's working for me. A lot of times they'll be too dry. And you do want the, you do want to try to buy the refill whenever you buy the pad, and that way the chemicals will match and all that scientific stuff. I don't know. That's what Stampin' Up! Recommends anyway, is buying them all at the same time. But I happen to have the refill and the pad from before, and it works, so I haven't bought a new one. All right. I'm just kind of dry, so I'm going to put, let's go ahead and mount this again. Wish I had brought a bigger block in here. Dadgum. Not sure that's going to really work for me. We may let it hang off and just, I think we're going to do just the top part. So let's see how this does with Lemon Lime Twist. We're going to do one in Lemon Lime Twist and one in Pretty Peacock. And see how this translucent looks. So it's kind of more of an outline. What do we think of that? Y'all like that with this on the other side of this paper? Y'all think that'll be a fun way to try it? I think we'll have... And I just went on the wrong pad. Dang it, that's why you should never leave them open. I'm usually really good about that, but not today. Thank goodness it wasn't vice versa. We can just say that. When you get the Lemon Lime Twist in the Berry Burst, it's not as critical as it would be if you reverse that. So let's close the Berry Burst. And get a little bit of this. Just see what we think. I'll do that at the bottom. And that kind of cut off, but it kind of looks like it's on purpose, so hopefully that's good. I may just use a little corner of that. Go over that. No big deal. Okay. Now let's try a little Pretty Peacock on this, using this stamp on the other side. And see if we like this color. Kelly, close up your ink pad, right? Julie, thank you. Appreciate the compliment. Glad you like the card. I think it will be pretty once we get that together. Let's see how we're going to do this. I think we're going to hang this down. We're going to go like that. I think we'll do this from the top. So that looks quite a bit different. Aren't those leaves pretty? That translucent is kind of a cool look, don't you think? It's kind of different from the ones on the front because those are torn paper, but it's kind of not that far off from this leafy look. So I just wanted to try it since it's a new set. And this is one that y'all are not able to pre-order yet. This is one that demonstrators can pre-order right now, and then y'all will be able to order it July 7th. And this is going to be an online exclusive, which just means whenever you're shopping, a lot of people shop online anyway for the Stampin' Up! Products, where you just go to my website and order. There, I kind of filled in that space there. And then overlapping is just great. So if you're used to going to my website, createwithkelly.com, and just go to the shop button, then that will take you to my Stampin' Up! Site. And you can just find, there will be a little banner coming across or something that says online exclusives, or you can, I believe there's a place to shop by category. So that would be, the category would be online exclusives, and find it that way. But not until July 6th, I believe. So we're done stamping. We'll get that out of the way. Use our little silicone mat so we don't make a mess with our glue. Now we'll decide. I'm kind of thinking this way because we've got the green over here, and I want to kind of balance that out with the green here instead of putting those two greens together. Do you like it? That way you pulls your eye between the greens on all the sides, and then you've got the peacock, both lemon lime twist and pretty peacock, and your berry burst. So this is a different message because we've got birthday on the front. I'm going to go ahead and get these glued on the back. And I'm not going to put my fingers right over that, wishing you all the happiness in the world, because that berry burst is a really rich, vibrant color, as you can tell. So sometimes it takes a little longer to dry. Ask me how I know. That is a lesson, yeah. A lesson you learn after all the years of crafting like I've done. I've been a demonstrator since 2005, so I started stamping a little before that. I pretty much decided the first class that I went to at Cheryl Holtman's house in Ropesville, I loved it. I loved how everything coordinated. I get tired of, or did, I didn't do a lot of card making. I just did scrapbooking. But every time I went to the store, it seemed like I would come back with something and it didn't coordinate. You know, reds don't all match and all that. It's just, we're not going to add the extra little ring, I guess. Hang on. Let me see if I found one. This is from the Tailor-Made Tags dies. We'll show you those. And this is number 155563. 155563. And they were carried over from the last catalog, and they have two different shapes of the tag dies and have all the stitching there. And so you can use these little, remember when they used to have the little reinforced circles on tags? Most of the tags were like a craft color, and then they had these usually in a coppery or darker color, brownish color. So these little squared off dudes go on these, and then the circles can go on those, or you can put circles on either one, whatever floats your boat. But we're going to do one of these in Fresh Freesia, just as an extra added little touch there. Move that up, get that on there, kind of put it right, center it right over that circle. And I had just stamped Happy Birthday just a minute ago. That comes from that same translucent floral set, this one. That's where the Happy Birthday came from. And we're going to run our little ribbon through there. I'm using two different ribbons. Let's see. We're kind of all tangled up here. Hang on. This is what happens when you put it in a box for class and you have lots of delicate items that really I should have put somewhere separately and not mixed them in with the baker's twine. But this is Parakeet Party, but it goes really, really well with the lemon lime twist. They're just kind of a shade off, and you can't tell it. This one's mixed with white, and it comes in a combo pack with the other in colors from last year. Get that out of your way. So that's this pack. That's one of 5 in the in color pack. And then close that glue up before it clogs up. Then we've got the lemon lime twist. This is this actual color with a little bit of white in it. And it comes in a combo pack with petal pink. So, what? Sorry. Whacked my table leg. Okay, see, you too could do this. You actually, if you decide to join my team, you would never be forced to do a video. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to do anything like that. You can just get a discount and shop. And you get a heck of a deal on the join kit this month, where you get the $155 worth of goodies of your choice. So it's a totally customizable kit, and you get free shipping, which saves 11% on all that. So it's really is a heck of a deal. So if you've ever thought about getting a discount, if you're already addicted to Stampin' Up! And use it all the time and love it, then I would highly recommend joining my team and taking them up on the special this month. Okay, let's see if we've got this where y'all can see. And I think I'm not going to tie a knot first. I'm going to try it with just the bow. No, I guess I will. Not a knot, but give it one loop before I start making the bow. That way we can kind of adjust how it goes. So you've got 2 different ribbons that are a little bit, that are each different widths. So you got to kind of play with it a little bit. You want this to be on the top part there. And then I want this to be a pretty big bow. And have some tails with it. So I'm just doing the double bow. I'm just tying them together at the same time, as you can see. Get our ribbon scissors and cut this out. I took them out. Let's see where I put those. There are only so many places to stack things. So let's see. There they are. You have to look away and then look back. I think sometimes we have little hobbits or something that take things and move them around, or just to mess with us. Okay. Now, isn't that a fun, festive birthday wish? Now, if we want to move it up like that, we can. Since we've got room, we can kind of make this go however we want. And we're going to attach that with dimensionals so it sticks up a little bit. I kind of like it with one going up, one going down. I wanted to show you a little bit of a variety there. This one I brought it both going down, and I just added it underneath the tag and then tied it on. But I really wanted more of this to show. I hate that it's covering up that flower. That's kind of our main flower. So I may go ahead and bring this one down too. And we may just do something a little bit different. That way. We may go that way. We could go that way. We can do whatever we want. And then add some sequins there. It would be good to go. Hope you all are enjoying this. And you can, of course, use this fold with any designer series paper. Just make sure they all coordinate. And then if you don't want to have a second piece of cardstock in a contrasting color, which I thought this needed, I really liked it. Plus, it makes this designer series paper, it knocks it down. And I don't think I told y'all that. That would be 3 by 5. So whenever you use your 12 by 12 paper, if you can try to cut it at 4 inches or cut it at 3 inches, that's a lot better use of your paper. So that's why I wanted this to be 3 and not 3 1/4 or whatever. I can get 3, 6, 9, 12. See, it's just a better use of your paper. So just kind of think about that when you're doing your designs, and that will help you conserve these gorgeous papers. I'm just going to put dimensionals on the back there. Make sure this really sticks up all the way across. So probably could get by with 2, but I'm using 3. And I like things not exactly centered. They can still be symmetrical and not be centered, but so I like it a little below center, and I want to feature that flower. Then we're going to take our Take a Pick tool. Well, y'all can tell my bronchitis is still not gone. Goodness, I'm raspy voice. Sorry about that. little Oh, okay. Let's see if we like this. This is supposed to be pretty peacock, but it kind of looked like a little too green last time I tried it, but let's just see what we think. And we can mix and match the pinks, and this one is pink. We've got pink and peacock and white. We can mix and match those. That one looks a little orangey there. Some of them have a little bit more orange than others. And if you stick it down and decide you don't like it, try to pick up the glue dot back with it. Okay, sometimes those split up, but if you'll pick them both back up, you can usually put this back on. You can see, can you tell the variation in those? Let me put it up against the white. See, some of them have a little more orangey tint and some of them kind of more pinky purple. So I picked the wrong one. So I'm going to pick one that looks pinky and see if we like that. And usually I just do these randomly, but when you've got flowers like this, it kind of makes sense to put one in the center. You don't have to. And you can kind of make a center. Oh no, this was not exactly a flower, but you can put one of those there, a little sequin there. And that gives us 3. Do we need more on here? Do we want to scatter some up here? We could do 5. You could even put some over here if you want. But this is how it's going to look. You fold these sides in whenever you're going to put it in the envelope. Okay, look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that pretty? And so this is the way it will fold, and it will go directly in an envelope. I'll show you that. So when you put it in there, it's going to fit just fine in the envelope flat like that. And then when they take it out, it's going to pop up. So I think they're going to automatically hold it and then realize that it stands up. Isn't that cool? Yay, love it. And then you have the back. So which one do y'all think? What do y'all like the best? Which do y'all like, using the more of the scripture verse with a more modern kind of a leaf, or do you like this translucent leaf on this particular card? What do you think? Y'all have an opinion? All right. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. Glad you liked the card. And if y'all have any questions or need any of the Stampin' Up! Products that I sell, I'm happy to help you. Just let me know. And if you need a catalog, let me know. Happy to help. I'll put both on the screen here where I can say goodbye properly. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I am Kelly Pitts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2005, and I have createwithkelly.com. So I try to give you ideas and tips and techniques and inspiration and teach you new and fun ideas whenever I can. So I love Stampin' Up! Products. I'm sold on them. I love doing this at full time. So I've been doing this for about a year full time, and I do teach local classes. We have wonderful beginner, intermediate, and techniques classes here, or card making experiences. So would love for you to join me. Just send me an email or go to my website at createwithkelly.com, check the calendar, and you'll find everything there. And also, if y'all are Paper Pumpkin fans, we've got a, you sign up by the 10th. And today is already the 9th. Oh, today is the 10th. Oh my gosh, you have to sign up by today if you would like this kit that coordinates with the Welcome In suite that's in the catalog. And the Paper Pumpkin is a monthly craft kit that just comes to your door. And I will put these scan codes up. We'll see if that works. If y'all want to take a picture and then scan that with your phone, it should take you for more information. How about that? And then just be sure and put me down as your demonstrator. This month, it does have, there's a separate little die set that will cut a couple of things out that are in the Paper Pumpkin set. So I think that's a lot of fun. This month's kit is going to have 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. So, and a Stampin' spot. It always comes with everything you need to make the kit, and you can come up with alternatives if you want. Also, we will have some online exclusives. I'll be telling y'all more about these. Y'all can shop on July 6th, or if you decide to take us up on the offer for joining, you can do that first. So I am just thrilled that you watched today, and I'm going to, I guess, let you go. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. We've got a lot of fun times ahead. Let me know if I can help you with any Stampin' Up! Products or any questions you have. I'm happy to help. Just contact me. I've got my phone and email and everything is on my blog. So just let me know what you need. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.